You are now tuned in to Go Time Dolphins with Charlie Touche and Kadeem Simmons, the Miami Dolphins podcast that's for the fans and by the fans.
Gotta make them lose their mind when it's your time. And it's show time. Going all out when it's go time. I ain't wasting no time. Gotta make them lose their mind when it's show time. Cause it's your time. Lay it on the line when it's go time. Don't waste no time.
What day is it?
Hump day? I don't know. What day is it?
Well,
technically,
I'm tripping, my bad, bro. My bad, where we at? Yo,
my bad, bro. Hey, my bad.
This is how we started the show. Cool.
Hey, we in the building. My bad.
Is that a reflection of the game in that it didn't feel like a victory even though we won? Listen, the Dolphins moved to 7-3. The Dolphins get over the hump in my opinion, against the Las Vegas Raiders. The Dolphins head into the Black Friday game with momentum. And according to the New York Times, there's a 94% chance the Miami Dolphins win the AFC East. Everything is in their hands. And yeah, the fan base is divided over what we saw on Sunday afternoon at Hard Rock Stadium. Mr. Charlie Touche, I asked you what the day is. For you, it's Monday. For me, it's Tuesday. But how are you?
It's the Victory Visor, man. It's Victory Monday. Victory Monday. My bad. Y'all already know what time it is, man. I had to put the Victory Visor on. But usually I would hit you with the intro right now. But I'm going to send something to Kadeem. Kadeem didn't even see this coming. If Kadeem, bro, I got something coming to your phone. We throwing a curveball. If you could go ahead and it's audio. So if you could play the video and the audio, we'll share it with everyone on the podcast.
So
shout out to
play
everybody.
it from my phone or from
No. You could throw it on. You could throw it on the podcast.
I love how Charlie does this at 20 past midnight. There's no pre-warning, there's no nothing, there's no, by the way, Cad, can you get this ready?
Yo, it would not be a surprise if I warned you that a surprise was coming.
Charlie.
Surprise!
Yo, I've now got to play it and then save it and
hey, bro, just go ahead, do what you gotta do and throw it up for everybody. And I'll stall while you're doing that. So shout out to Hannah in the comments from Mexico. See, she said holla from Mexico. It should be hola from Mexico. So it's only one L. So hola from Mexico. Buenos noches, Hannah. How you doing? In the comments. You feel me? While Kadeem gets this thing ready, I don't even know where I put my glasses because Kadeem called me up. Like, yo, what day is it? Hump day. You know that commercial, Kadeem? They show that commercial over there in the UK?
They don't know.
Hump day commercial. It's a camel. He's walking around the office, and he's and everybody, he's like, hey, what day is it, everybody? And then the chicks like reluctantly says hump day because the camel hump. But whatever, man.
Well, I'm gonna play the video, but it's gonna take us away, so we'll play and we'll come back in a sec. Everyone watching on YouTube.
You'll be able to, everybody on YouTube will see it. You'll be able to share it and everything.
Yeah. All good. Yeah.
Let's see what we got. Shout out to the audio listeners that are on YouTube and they're just gonna hear it. We're gonna have to explain it.
Go Time Dolphins. Go Time Dolphins.
Hey, so I didn't have to do the intro because friend of the podcast, Bradley Chubb and Emmanuel Agba, just let you know that you're listening to Go Time Dolphins. So shout out to Bradley Chubb and Emmanuel Agba, the new friends of the podcast, for shouting us out in that video. It was real short, but Shout out to y'all boys. We appreciate y'all here on Go Time Dolphins. It's Go Time Dolphins, the Miami Dolphins podcast that goes not only across the pond, but across the world. I'm your boy, Charlie Touche. Got my co-host, Kadeem Simmons, with me. It's always for the fans and by the fans. Your favorite podcast. What up, Kadeem?
I need to sneeze, but I can't get it out. IMAX says Buenos noches, and then says Sup Kadeem, Charlie, and chat. And anyone who missed it, / this now gonna be played 24/7. Whenever we can. This is what the brand new friends of the podcast, Bradley Chubb and Emmanuel Ogbar, had to say.
Go Time Dolphins.
Go Time Dolphins.
I know there's a story there. I feel like the story should be saved for later on in bonus time or whatever. But yeah, shout out to our new friends of the podcast, Bradley Chubb and Emmanuel Ogbar. Yeah, Raiders 2013. I feel like you're not allowed on social media to say that the Dolphins didn't play well or that Tua didn't play well. And there's a massive discourse over on Twitter from what I'm seeing where some people are saying it wasn't a good performance. The defense essentially ensured the victory and the offense needs to clean things up going forward. And there's others saying, well, Tua threw for, what was it, like 2 touchdowns, had 1 interception and 1 fumble, but like just under 400 yards. So if that's a bad game, what do people want? What do you make of that discourse if you haven't seen it yet?
You know, I don't do stuff like that. I stay far from the foolishness of social media. I don't entertain the foolishness on social media. If you thought it was a bad game, you're entitled to your own opinion to think it was a bad game. And I cannot find my glasses, but it's all right.
Are they not like to the bottom of the right of you where you picked up your fixture visor?
Right in front of me, but it is what it is. I got options here, but I don't like none of the options. You know what I'm saying? But no, I'm gonna just thug it out. So if you feel like it was a bad game, you're entitled to your own opinion. It was a bad game then. If you think it wasn't a bad game, you're entitled to your own opinion. He Tua Ninga Mano Olipola Tunga Valoa. Shout out to the shirt that I'm wearing from the Tua Foundation. Tua went 28 for 39, had 325 yards passing and 2 touchdowns. Also had 1 interception and 1 fumble loss. Over 300 yards passing. The game, I think Go Time Dolphins said, I think I said I was going to cover because I don't think Kadeem said it was going to cover. But I thought the Raiders was going to cover. Had a gut feeling they would cover. I didn't think it would be a blowout. Never got out of hand. And again, it was back to that New England game. Felt the same way again. Like, yeah, we're not in jeopardy of losing, but I wish we would have put them away in the first half. You know what I'm saying? But that never happened. Do I think Tua had a bad game? I think for Tua's standards, it was a bad game, yeah. But I don't think this was a bad game compared to the rest of the NFL quarterbacks. I think this was exactly what the rest of the NFL quarterbacks look like. They're actually the top tier of the NFL quarterbacks. They all look like that. So, yeah, man, for Tua standards, we want better. I think he'll tell you the same thing. Like, I got to be better. I got to protect the ball. And again, I don't think it was a quote unquote bad game, but I would like to see Tua be better.
I think it's fascinating that Tua comes out afterwards like, yeah, I didn't play well. Like, I need to clean things up. And the people who said that on social media got like, there was the discourse. And again, like you said, you can kind of agree to disagree. You can kind of say what you want. But like you said, that game, we kind of said on Friday in the preview show that the Raiders are like feeling themselves. They're feeling a bit frisky. Do not give them any optimism or anything like that. And it feels like every single time the Dolphin defense says to the Raiders, I don't know what you guys are thinking, but we are the superior team here. Offense, go kill this game. And the offense was like, do you know what? Nah, like we're kind of just and it was frustrating to watch because like I was chatting to Drakey throughout the game. When the Raiders got the ball back and they were driving down the field, or like they were going on the final drive, I was like, this game's going to finish 21-20. I had this disgusting, sick feeling that something was going to happen, and it wouldn't have been like a good play. I said to Drakey, all it takes is one slip from someone, and that's it, game over. I didn't realize that when the Dolphins traded for the number 5, Jalen Ramsey, that number 5 on his chest isn't a 5, it's an S, Superman. That guy was just diving everywhere. Both interceptions that Jalen Ramsey had was just like, yo, he was on Superman mode. And I feel like it shouldn't have taken Jalen Ramsey to be on Superman mode to shut down Aiden O'Connell and the Las Vegas Raiders. But I also think it shows where the Dolphins are in 2023, where a 2013 victory at home is seen by some as not good enough, because the Dolphins went into this game averaging over 40 points at home. You take out, so shout out to 5 early for this, take out the Broncos game, and it's still something like 36 points per game at home. And they put up 20, and people are like, nah, like, Charlie find these glasses. And I hope the Dolphins find the offense and it starts over the next few weeks. This is a team with aspirations of the Super Bowl. Right now, this offense isn't playing like a team that deserves to be in the Super Bowl right now, in my opinion.
I don't think it was good enough. I said I don't think it was a bad game from Tua, but I don't think the Dolphins played good enough. It wasn't good enough, in my opinion. I'll take the W. I'll take them
100%.
however we can get them. See Justin Herbert and the Chargers losing like 5 games by less than three points or less, or it's something wild like that. You know what I'm saying? So for everyone who said, oh, the Dolphins aren't good, they just win games, close games. Well, that's the difference between a good team and a bad team. You find a way to win. Bad teams find a way to lose. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the difference. So I want to say we'll take it. I think we got away. Like it wasn't close enough to say we escaped, but we got away with a lackluster performance all around the table. Back to what you said about Jalen Ramsey, bro. This is not LA Rams Jalen Ramsey. This is peak prime Jalen Ramsey, bro. This is the Jalen Ramsey we thought was kind of done, actually. Nah, he's back, bro. Like Jalen Ramsey is back. The man is a dude. That last pick, for him to go up in the end zone and the way he kind of threw his body around the receiver so he didn't get a PI and come down with the ball. Like, bro, that is, you don't show film to kids in Optimus in high school, do this, because they can't do it. You don't teach that in practice. That's why Jalen Ramsey is who he is.
I'm so glad you said that, because it would have been so easy for him to kind of jump through the receiver and give up a PI. But the way he contorts his body in midair to be like, I am not touching you, don't even think about throwing a flag, to grab the ball and come down with it. It was like he was prime, like Calvin Johnson. It was excellent. And it was fitting to finish the game that way. His first interception was just brilliant play. And it's something like he's given up. He currently leads the Dolphins in interceptions, and he played 3 games. He had 3 interceptions.
3 games, 5 catches allowed, 3 interceptions, 1 fumble, forced fumble.
Yeah, it's like this
arguably almost a touchdown too. Probably almost 2 touchdowns. It's crazy.
It's actually insane. And I think that the Dolphins offense never really got going, but I'll say it on Charlie's behalf. Tua once again threw for, over a touchdown. So easy money is easy money. Excellent. But what did you make of the Dolphins' decision to go for it on 4th and 1 in the shotgun and throw that like RPO screen to Tyreek Hill, which nearly had him injured for the rest of the game?
Yeah, so a lot of people didn't like that in the group chat. I didn't mind it. I think people have this thing about hindsight. If it worked, if it would have broke for a touchdown, no one's saying nothing. Because it didn't work, that was the worst play ever. Like, I don't know if it was the worst play ever. I agreed going with it on 4th down because Somebody said, well, why go for it on fourth down right there? Because you have the best offense in the league. It's early in the game. You have the other team pinned against their end zone, and you should be able to recover from this if you don't get the 1 yard. Play call may have been different, but I'm okay with always going for it on fourth down. Straight, bro. Mike McDaniel has a track record, bro. He has credit. You know what I'm saying? And his credit is good in our book. When you go for it on you go for a 3rd and 7 and take it to the house, fourth down, and you're scoring touchdowns. Mike McDaniel is good in my book with whatever he wants to do. Now, was that the outcome we wanted? And Tyreek Hill gets injured? Of course not. I gotta imagine there's a better play that we can call, but that was not executed well. Maybe if it was executed better, we have better results. But I'm okay going for it on fourth down, bro.
Yeah, I see people kind of like, you know, in the aftermath of it, breaking it down and saying, well, look at the push the offensive line got, and they should have ran it with most, and he would have got it and stuff like that. But again, the flip side is that that's brilliant in hindsight. Imagine the Dolphins get that push and most of it trips or something or whatever. It's one of those things where the execution of the play was unfortunate, because I think it's whoever the wide receiver is who's kind of like block for Tyreek Hill kind of doesn't.
I thought that was Craigcraft 400, and
Yeah.
I could be wrong, but
Yeah,
I thought it was Craigcraft 400.
That's the thing. It's like he doesn't kind of get there in time, and it allows the play to get broken up. And it's also one of those things where maybe, again, in hindsight, Hill should have kind of like ran towards it and kind of used it. But again, like if it works, everyone's going great, brilliant. Mike McDaniel, the genius. Because it doesn't, they want to break it down 10 other different ways. It's like, not every single play is going to work. Like it's one of those things where I guess the best case scenario, or not best case scenario, but given that Hill came back in the game, he's fine going forward, then it's one of those things you chalk it up to unfortunate. You didn't get the desired outcome, but it is what it is. And shout out to Carl. He said, "What's good, Fins fan?"
What up, Kyle? I took an L because of you, bro. I'll never forget that. But we appreciate you here on Go Time Dolphins. I had the right answer ready to go, and then you threw me off. But my bad, bro. Like, I still rock with you, Kyle.
So very quickly, we appreciate you here at
Go Time Dolphins.
Shout out to Bradley Chubb and Emmanuel Agba for shouting out Go Time Dolphins. Gotta love that. Kadeem, bro, I ain't proud of you. We kind of looking like a podcast right now. We got Dolphins gear. We got the lighting getting right. We got Dolphins headphones. You covered up in Dolphins gear over there. We kind of looking like a Dolphins podcast nowadays.
I don't know. Like, it's what, 3 years in the making on YouTube, for in general. But I also think it's one of those things where to kind of make a true podcast, well, not a true podcast, but when the podcast is progressing, all that kind of stuff, you start getting sponsors. And that's what we got this week. We have a sponsor. Of course, it is my bookie. Thanksgiving is almost here. It's time to feast on football and stuff your pockets with my bookie. The best part is you don't need to be a sports guru to win. You can cash in on anything from politics to your favorite TV shows and then some. Picture this. Not just watching games, but turning every second into a potential win. With MyBookie, you can stream the games and live bet them and turn any game day into a payday. Ready to up your game? Sign up today and make your first deposit with promo code GOTIME for a sweet deposit bonus up to $1,000. That's promo code GOTIME to claim your bonus. This is no ordinary promo code. It's your secret weapon for an extra edge. And remember, good friends don't let friends win alone. So have your buddies use your referral link to become eligible for an additional bonus on their first deposit. But anywhere, anytime, on absolutely anything, only with my bookie. And also, while we are talking about my bookie, make sure you follow us over on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, all the good stuff. You'll see this new friends of the podcast, Bradley Chubb and Emmanuel Ogba. It will be all over the socials. And if you're feeling generous, make sure you follow us over, or it'll be great if you followed us, donated over on Patreon, patreon.com/GoTimeDolphins, where we will be having new content over there very, very soon. So if you needed an extra reason, Charlie, take over. So
yeah. So we got an extra couple segments, not just one extra segment, another couple segments coming to Patreon, just to reward everybody who really checks us out and really rocks with us over there. So we got some more stuff coming over to Patreon. Y'all stay tuned for that. Kadeem, you mentioned Tyreek Hill came back from the game. We avoided injury, you know what I'm saying, and we avoided the worst case scenario, what that could have looked like. And although I wasn't all that frightened, I ain't gonna lie, I'm like, somehow, some way, the Dolphins release.
So I do that every single time you say it. Somehow, some way, keep coming up with it. Yeah.
Somehow, some way, the Dolphins let go of Robbie Chosen, re-signed him to the practice squad, and then activated him and played him in the game. I don't know how many times that's happened, but it was an odd one for me. So when Tyreek Hill got hurt, I'm like, I ain't gonna lie, I'm hopefully it's not serious, because I need people to understand he is the heartbeat of the offense. I ain't gonna lie, he's the heartbeat of the offense. So we were without him, it might have did some damage. It would do some damage. It will do some damage. Let me be very clear. It will do damage without Tyreek Hill. But I wasn't petrified. I wasn't. Two will go down. It's over with. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, this is bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's some comparing and contrast. Like, I was not frightened like I was frightened whenever the times we lost to it, right? But Achane, Devon, comes back. The highly anticipated return. It's the return. What's up, Kadeem?
Can I just say I did say go for under 100 yards?
So Achane returns, gets 1 carry, 1 reception on 4 targets, and injures his knee, the same knee that he injured before, but in a different way this time. Dolphins sit him out, and from what I understand, Mike McDaniel said it was precautionary. This is the 3rd time, Kadeem, in maybe 12 weeks that Achane has been hurt. I think he injured his shoulder in preseason. Got hurt with a knee in like week 5, came back now, sat out, and now he's hurt the same knee. Is it safe to say that the Dolphins are still in the running back market? Like, Achane probably cannot be RB1 per se, but we're still going to need running back help this offseason.
Oh, I think even if Achane was like the clear, undisputed HB1, they would need running back help. Like, I don't think there's any dispute in that. I think, again, it's social media. Everyone is genuinely allowed an opinion. Doesn't bother me. I've seen people say that, this is why the Dolphins should have held him out for another week and all this kind of stuff. And I just sat there and went, are you smoking crack? Like, he got hit. It's not like he was running first play. Oh my days! Like, he does his knee.
It wasn't like it was non-contact.
Yeah,
like, it could have happened next week too.
Thank you very much. It's like
it could have been worse like next week. Who knows?
So it's like, what? So you had to give him an extra 2 weeks after, and especially like we saw clips of him in Germany, and he was running perfectly fine. Mike McDaniel said the reason they put him on IR was to essentially stop him from playing, because he would have kept on playing. So let's be, in my opinion, genuinely honest. If there was a game last week, he probably would have played last week if he wasn't on IR, if that makes sense. He was fit enough to go. And again, same way the Dolphins brought back Jalen Ramsey, and he's been fine ever since, touch wood, all that kind of stuff. It's unfortunate that Devon Achane picked up an injury. But to say that the Dolphins should have, like, the guy's fit. If he's fit, he's healthy, he's good to go. To me, that's it. Like, and again, it's social media. You can say whatever you want, but at the same time, I'm going to call you out on what you say on this platform. Also, shout out to Carl. He said, I said he go for 180. And yeah,
Dang, Kyle, you getting us all banged up over here, bro. Like, you banging us up over here, bro.
The one thing I can confirm is that any of the new Patreon content stuff will not be math with Charlie. Like, we're just not doing that. Like, we don't need to do that.
It would be what?
It will not be math with Charlie.
Oh yeah, no, I concur. I concur. You know, Kadeem, you know I don't drink. You know I don't smoke either. And when people ask me like, "Oh, you're how old?" Like, you look like you're 20. I'm like, in my head, I'm thinking it might be because I don't drink. What's up?
You don't look 20, but it's cool.
I look like I'm in my 20s, Kadeem. When I shave, clean up, I look like I'm in my 20s, Kadeem. It's all right.
Shave what?
I got hair on my face, Kadeem. I gotta clean it up.
Yeah, I see a little bum fluff. Okay, yeah, I'll give you that.
Whatever, bro. So look, you know what I'm saying? I be telling people in my head, I be thinking maybe it may be because I don't drink and I never drink, never smoke, and maybe that's why I look so young. I like to think that I'm gonna live a happy, long life, Kadeem, because I don't be on Twitter like that, bro. And I just gotta believe, like, some of the foolishness on Twitter just be stressing people out unnecessarily, bro. And that's why I don't really be on that place like that, bro. I'm just saying.
I think for me, it's like it's really useful to get stuff, because even before we went, it was before or after Friday's episode. Actually, let's just say this now. Obviously, the Dolphins play the Paper Planes on Black Friday, which means that the preview episode for that game will be live on Wednesday around 11:30 UK time, and 5:30. What time's on you at the moment?
So you said 11:30?
Yeah, 11:30
so it'll be
p.m.
6:30 Eastern time.
It's okay, Eastern time. Okay, cool, fair enough. Yes, it's Eastern time. But yeah, there'll be no Friday preview episode. I don't know when we're going to do the review episode, but just to let you know that, yeah, Wednesday preview, there'll be no Friday episode. Friday, we can watch the game, all that kind of stuff, all that good stuff. I feel like just in terms of the game you said, do the Dolphins need a running back in the offseason? Do the Dolphins need a kicker in the offseason?
How many years Jason Sanders got on this contract? Let's find out.
I will double check. Jason Sanders contract. Jason Sanders inked a 5-year contract worth $22 million at the 2021 season. So he's got like a few years. I think he's got a few years left.
But can we get out is the question.
So he's under contract until 2026. According to Spotrac, his base salary next year, 2024, is $3.775 million. He has a cap hit of $4.5 million, dead cap $2.1 million. 2025, his salary goes up to $4 million, cap hit of $4.75 million, and then a dead cap of $1.39 million. And then his final season on same base salary, cap hit of $4.356 million, and a dead cap of $663,000.
So, in translation, Mr. The One I Don't Do Math, it sounds like starting next season we can move on from Jason Sanders and only incur a dead cap of $1 million or less, because it'll probably be a post-June designation. You know what I'm saying? Post-June 1st. So even though the dead cap is like $2 million, if you do it after June, it'll probably come down lower than that. So starting next season, Jason Sanders on the clock. I mean, he still has time. When was the last time he missed a kick? Before
yesterday. Again, I can double check that.
Yeah. Let's you know what I'm saying? I
It's
remember he missed one earlier this year, though. I know he missed one earlier this year.
yeah, and it's like he missed from 50, but then he was like straight down the middle from, was it 37, I think. So no, he was 2 from 3 yesterday with a long of 51, but he missed 50. So it's like, well, that's
So he missed his last time. The last time he missed a field goal was week 2. He missed 2 field goals in week 2. Look at it. Look at us with first world problems, bro. We trying to get rid of our kicker, and this is the first time missing in 10 weeks. Like, come on, people. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, and this kicker's gonna kick. I don't think they deserve numbers. I think they should just wear a K on their jersey and call it a day. They use K balls. You know what I'm saying? Wear K jerseys. You know what I'm saying? Y'all taking away a pretty dope number from somebody. Like, you just wear a K on the jersey. Same thing with punters. Punters should wear P's. Kickers should wear K's.
I think so looking at on ESPN and his stats for this season, he's 2 for 2 from between 20 and 29 yards. The Dolphins haven't kicked a field goal within 20 yards this season.
3 for 2, Kadeem, or 2 for 3?
He's 2 for 2 from between 20 and 29.
Oh, because it sounded like you said 3 for 2, and I'm like, what does that mean?
No, he's so from between 1 and 19 yards, the Dolphins haven't had a single field goal. So he's 0 for 0, 0 for 0, 0 for 0. From 20 to 29, he is 2 for 2. And again, both one was in week 1, the other one was in week 2. Since then, the Dolphins have not, at the very least, Jason Sanders has not attempted a field goal between 20 to 29 yards since week 2. From between a 30 and a 39, he is 1 from 1. That was in a 31-17 victory over the Patriots. So again, the Dolphins have attempted one field goal between the 30 and 39 yards, or from 30 to 39 yards out, and he's nailed it. Between 40 and 49, he is 5 for 6. He missed one against the New England Patriots in week 2. But again, since then, he's essentially been fine. He was 1 from 1 yesterday. From 50 yards and beyond, he is 1 for 3. He made 1 yesterday out of a possible 2, and he missed 1 against the Patriots in week 2.
No, so, that was the world-renowned debut of the punt. Remember the block kick? That was the debut of that. Like, you know what? I could deal with that, man. Yeah. You know what? Shout out to Kyle. He finally got something. He finally hit it on the head. I don't think we should move off from Sanders just yet. He says our punter needs more work, honestly. And I kind of, if you can, Kadeem, can you bring up Jason Sanders stats from last season? I know, like, it's what have you done for me lately, but let's just compare it to last season too, because I don't feel like Jason Sanders drives my blood pressure up right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I'm watching Dolphin games and I'm watching the games, like, Jason Sanders isn't the, oh my goodness, well, now here comes Jason Sanders. Like, I don't get that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm okay with Jason Sanders until I'm not okay with Jason Sanders. Actually, I kind of like Jason Sanders, bro. Like, I really do. I kind of like him. I remember last season he missed the kick, and then he ended up saving us, and that was the epic Mike McDaniel pointing at the camera and the camera walking with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm okay with Jason Sanders right now.
So Jason Sanders, and I'll go through the increments as I did before. Between 1 and 19 yards, how many field goals do you think Jason Sanders had and made
last season?
Yep.
2, maybe.
0. He made 0 because the Dolphins didn't. Again, the Dolphins didn't attempt a field goal between 1 and 19 yards, which says something about the Dolphins.
I was thinking about that Jets game though, without Tua, when it was like 9-6. You know what I'm saying? So anything could happen.
It was 11-6, and
I thought it was 9-6 at one point, but I guess it was 11-6. But yeah, I felt like at some point it could have been a kick fest. So ain't no telling.
Yeah. Between 20 and 29, he was 5 from 6. He missed one in the 35-32 win against the Chicago Bears. Between 30 and 39, he was 7 from 7. Between 40 and 49, he was 12 from 13. He missed one in the Christmas Day defeat to the Green Bay Packers. 50 yards plus, he was 2 from 6. And I think that's
Sheesh.
I think that's why people want him gone, because fifth, like anything over 50, you just don't know what you're going to get. But it's like he had his longest kick last year was from 50 was 50 a 55 yarder against the Chargers in December. Um Again, that Jets game, like we said, he was 3 from 3 with a long of 50. It's that, I guess, yeah, people want him gone because he's not automatic from 50 yards. But then
Yeah,
I
but
would also argue
it
how
sounds like he's
many
automatic. He sounds like he's automatic everywhere but 50 plus.
yeah,
In my opinion, because he only missed one that I heard, or maybe 2 out of 30. It sounded like that you just said from last year, and we know he only missed one this year from less than 50.
yeah. And
But go ahead. You
and
about to say something?
what I was gonna say is, like, how many kickers are genuinely reliable from 50 yards plus? And it's
I can only think of one.
exactly. So it's essentially, do you cut Jason Sanders and bring in someone who genuinely you have no idea if he's even money from 40 plus? Like, it's and all of a sudden you've created a problem which you didn't need. Like, the stats show he was 26 from 32, and that's basically because he was 2 from 6 from 50 from 50 plus yards. But again, 5 from 6 between 20 and 29, 7 from 7 between 30 and 39, and 12 from 13 between 40 and 49. Like, he was like,
This brings up a question, Kadeem. What's the furthest field goal you think you can make?
I think I'd be okay at like a 30 yarder. But again, like, when I'm playing soccer, hence the bandaged fingers, I play in goal. So I'm able to, like, kick with distance. I think for me, it will be getting used to kicking a football and then kind of like being able to do it accurately. Like, I can kick a football far. I just can't always get it like straight down the middle. So I reckon I could be okay within 30. I think anything over 30, I might struggle. But at the same time, like, I can clear a half a line of a kick. So
For our listeners, a 30-yard field goal means the ball is smack dead on the 20-yard line. That's a 30-yard field goal. So it's sitting on the 20-yard line. That's a 30-yard field goal. Here's my thing. I think I could kick a longer field goal than Kadeem can. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because on the Go Time Dolphins Fantasy Football League, I forgot the person's name. I should probably bring it up. He asked me in the chat if we were still going to give away the PS5. And I'm like, bro, I just want to say thank you for being a long-time listener, because only long-time listeners know about the PS5 bet that me and Kadeem will still get involved in. So we're going to do that. Me and Kadeem are still going to hash out the PS5 bet. I'm going to beat Kadeem, and someone's going to win. We're going to give away Kadeem's PS5 here on Go Time Dolphins. Someone is going to win Kadeem's PS5. So that's still going to happen. But I'm gonna go ahead and say right now that we're gonna have a giveaway for all the long-time listeners. Like, we'll probably have a question that only long-time listeners know. You know what I'm saying? The answer to, and we're gonna have a giveaway for them. But Kadeem, aside from the PS5 giveaway, we should have a kickoff, me and you, because we don't have to be in the same country to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like we could go live and we can see what's the furthest field goal you can make, and I can go live and see what the furthest field goal I can make is, and the loser, I don't know yet. I haven't decided on what's at stake, but are you down to have a kickoff, Kadeem?
Yeah, I'm looking at a football pitch now. I reckon. So I said I can make it what 30 yards.
Mm-hmm.
I could say I would have confidence to make a 45-yard field goal. I reckon I'd be confident. Anything over that, I'm not too sure. But again, it's. I think I'm looking at it going like I can.
Oh, did we lose Kadeem? Like, is this the first time we lost Kadeem? Y'all be losing Charlie Touche all the time? Did we lose Kadeem finally? I'm just saying. So Kadeem froze on the screen. Let us know in the comments. Did we lose? Did shout out the guy. Hey, let me know in the comments. Is Kadeem frozen on the screen or am I tripping? Let me know, please, because this usually happens to me. Shout out to Kyle. Kyle said we got a man down in all caps. And it's funny how in all caps, when someone writes in all caps, it looks like they're saying it real loud. Like, we got a man down. All caps. We got a man down. Let me know in the comments. Did we lose Kadeem or am I? Oh, yeah, we lost Kadeem because now he's out of there. Hey, boy, I already knew what time it was. Let's see how I can navigate this thing, though, because I haven't done this in a long time. Let me close this out. That's funny. Dang, I feel like I'm back on the solo episode. That's funny. I gotta hold down the fort because Kadeem out of there. Now my shift. Oh, hold on.
Hello.
I mean, we're live on Go Time Dolphins.
My internet dropped, but it's weird. I've got 3 bars, but cannot connect to the internet. This is. I'll try to be back as soon as possible. But yeah, I might be a minute or two. So chat to you in a sec.
Hey, shout out to Kadeem. He left us. Y'all just heard him. He called in. We're gonna see what we got. We're gonna see when Kadeem can get back at us. But anyway, we're actually about to get in a bonus time, but I'm gonna hang around for Kadeem and see what happens. That's funny. Matter of fact, y'all lay around for it. 1 second. Finally happens to Kadeem. Gotta love it. Anyway, shout out to everybody who rocked with us on the Go Time Dolphins Fantasy Football League. We have the playoffs coming up, and it is getting really real right now. How about this? I got a fantasy football. I'm playing Tyreek Waddle in 2 games before the playoffs. 2 weeks before the playoffs, or 3 weeks before the playoffs. He has 110 points. I have 122. He's starting Devontae Smith, and I'm starting AJ Brown. I feel kind of confident. I ain't gonna lie. I should be able to win that. I ain't gonna lie. I should be able to win this and secure my playoff spot. Kyle just asks, Charlie, what do you think about Coach going for it with 5 seconds to have? Yeah, man. I don't mind. If Coach is gonna go for it, look how many times he came through for us. So yeah, I'm good. I'm good with that. So Kadeem is out of here. He left us. We were about to get in the bonus time, and I'm gonna go ahead and get in the bonus time without him. Dang, can't even do this without Kadeem. That's crazy. But I really wanted to top it up. We have some more stuff for y'all. Come on over to bonus time with us. You already know what time it is. Stay positive. Test negative. For Kadeem Simmons, I'm Charlie Touche. Thank you for tuning in this time. Make sure you catch us next time on Go Time. Already.
Gotta make them lose their mind when it's your time. And it's showtime. Going all out when it's go time. I ain't wasting no time. Gotta make them lose their mind when it's showtime. Cause it's your time. Lay it on the line when it's go time. Don't waste no time. Gotta make them lose their mind when it's your time. And it's showtime. Going all out when it's go time. I ain't wasting no time.
Kadeem, bro, you try to break out on us?
That is a go time Dolphins first. Like, I was talking and I saw you freeze. I was like, well, Like Charlie, like I was like, no, Charlie throws again, and I was like, hold on. I was like, oh, and I went to like my Wi-Fi hub, and I just saw green lights, and I was like, no, don't do this. I didn't even sure if I could see it. I didn't know if I could see it on my phone. I went to broadband. It was like, we're investigating an issue, and it said estimated fix today 6:05 a.m. So I was like, yeah, I'm done. Like I can't be. So yeah, but no, we are back. Shout out to Kyle. He says, "Hey, he also asked." So yes, it's bonus time now.
Yeah. Obviously, we got all that when you were out of here. But now I think we should just go ahead, chop it up on Wednesday, for the Black Friday game. Do the preview. But man, we appreciate everybody who rocked with us, man.
100%. And once again, as I pull the hair off my knuckles, that hurt. Thank you for working with us. For those who stayed through the little technical difficulties, that is a joy and a wonderful world of going live. We shall see you on Wednesday. Make sure you follow us on all the social medias to see our very new and latest friends of the podcast. Shout out to Bradley Chubb and Emmanuel Ogba. And give us a follow on Twitter, YouTube, subscribe to the channel, Instagram, TikTok, all the good stuff. And if you're feeling generous, give us a, donate/subscribe over on Patreon /Go Time Dolphins, where we will be getting brand new content over there very, very, very soon. As Carl says, now my internet freaking out. So probably best that we bid you guys, adieu, farewell, and we shall see you on the next one. Peace.